Alrighty, I think we are officially live at this point. Alrighty,
Nice.
hello, hello, anyone watching, anyone out in the ethos? We're here today with Andrew from Gem TCG. Andrew, I say this to everyone, I genuinely mean it. Thank you for taking the time and coming on the live stream.
Oh yeah, no problem. Glad to be here.
So for anyone who doesn't know who you are, doesn't know your backstory, maybe they're reading the title, the YouTube
hmm
title, turning $500 into 300,000. Do you want to just give your backstory about how you got into selling cards as a living, where you started, and kind of what your goals are in the future?
Yeah. So I started like the title. I started with $500 in college during COVID time, and basically just grew that through selling individual singles, like mainly Pokemon. And I just kept, reinvesting my profits and building out my eBay store and TCG Player. And currently, like in 2025, I made 300,000 in revenue. Obviously, it's not all profit, but it's scaled pretty significantly over the past few years. And basically, I've just been grinding at that. And last year, I had a lot of success by creating TCG Automate, which has helped me scale it even more because now I could just keep listing cards and building on my eBay store. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then for the future, I just want to keep growing the store, keep growing TCG Automate to make it a better platform, and yeah, just keep getting better on stuff.
Gotcha. And for anyone who doesn't know about TCG Automates, I mean, I
Mhm.
I actually did promo on my channel once for TCG
Nice.
Automate. Really cool. How did you come up with the idea to do that? Like, what was the inspiration, I guess?
Honestly, like I used to just list cards manually, like one by one on eBay, and it would come to a point where I'm spending an entire Sunday just listing like maybe 200 cards. And then like there has to be an easier way to do this. And I knew that they had CSV process to make cards like you could list in bulk, but going through the CSV was just too much work even then. So I was like, let me try to build a solution to this because I like my full-time job at the time was a software engineer. Like that's what I went to college for. So I figured, let me build an app for this. Let me have people actually use something that could like provide value. And that's what got me to like come up with that solution and build out the website. And over time, just hearing the feedback from all the users and growing and improving the site is just that's how I came up, or like that's how it came to be pretty much.
Gotcha. And just in terms of how many hours you think it actually saves you on a weekly basis, like how big of a game changer has it actually been?
I think that's a good question. I think in terms of hours saved, I would say for every 100 cards, I'm probably saving around 2 hours. And I list around 500 cards a week at this rate. Sometimes I do more, but it's probably saving me like 5 to 10 hours per week in just
That's a big
listing
deal.
cards. Yeah.
That's a big deal.
hmm
And in the future, Jason, the private group, was wondering this. Kind of like, what are your plans for TCG Automate in the future, and like, how are you planning to evolve it over time?
Yeah. So for the future, right now I'm working on, or actually just recently I added the eBay API so you could just list directly to your store. And my future, like near future goal is to get sort of like an inventory management system built in where you could cross list items and mass price update your current listing. So let's say you have a card and it went up 20%, you can just have it automatically get updated in price. So those are the two big things that I'm working on. And then also working on more Shopify integrations as well as Square and other marketplaces. And yeah, I think inventory management is the biggest one right now.
Gotcha. We got some people in the chat as well. We will bring these up. Joey was in here first. Random fact I found: the top tier booster boxes the past year from this time all grew about 100%. Nothing really outperformed another. They literally all doubled. Interesting. Andrew,
Yeah.
you invest too, by the way, right?
Yeah.
What are your biggest positions?
Right now, the most recent big position is 150 or prismatic, and before that it was 151. So pretty not typical with what I usually do. I usually invest in like the main sets with the booster boxes, but for some reason I just really liked 151 and prismatic, so I've just been going all in on those.
Do you sell any sealed product, by the way, on your store? Or is it all just singles?
No, it's all singles on the store, but to like the patrons, I do offer sealed product at a discount.
Gotcha. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Couple more people in chat here. Zeke, snow delayed. GG Canada. Is it actually snowing, Zeke, where you are? I look. I'm in Western BC and Western BC, Western Canada, and we actually have hardly had snow this entire year. Like at least where I am.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
been
in Michigan right now. It's been snowing like crazy the past few days.
cold there too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like -12 this weekend, which
Oh,
is tough.
brutal, man. That's brutal. I remember going to uni. I went up really north, Edmonton, if anyone's knows where that is. There would be days where it was like -40, and
Oh
you
my
kind of just
god.
get used to it. But after a few years of not experiencing that, like even -10 now is just not fun.
Dang.
Jagger's in here. Hey, fellas. Hey, Jagger, how's it going? Let's see. LTS Jacks, yo boys, ready to learn from your knowledge. Greatest gift one can give and receive, 100%. For
Hmm.
sure. By the way, if you guys do have questions, definitely feel free to leave comments down below. We will try and get to them all. Seems like you got a fan here, Alejandro.
What's up, Alejandro?
You you post a fair amount on YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah. Kind of slowed down recently, but doing I used to do like 5 videos a week, which was quite a lot.
Well, that was something I was curious about too. Is just like, how are you finding the time to do everything? Because you're running TCG Automate, the YouTube channel, actually having
Mhm.
to pack orders, which I will give you credit. Like you shout out your wife and your family for helping you a ton. But like, what do you do to prioritize your use of time nowadays?
So honestly, I'm just working all day, and that's like the boring answer, but it's pretty much I wake up and I work on TCG Automate for like the first, I'd like to say like 5 hours of the day, and then I'll go to the gym, and then after that I'll do the orders, and also in between that I'll do the YouTube videos. So I'm just basically work, eat, gym, repeat, and then at night I kind of relax a little bit. But
Gotcha.
um, I kind of and I wish like I had more, or not wish, but I am thinking about trying to give myself some more free time to like relax and do like some leisure time. But at the moment, I've just been really interested in working and grinding on this because I see all the help it provides. Like the work I put into TCG Automate, it helps so many people. So I'm like, let me give this time to help others, and I find like a lot of enjoyment from that. So it's very rewarding, I would say.
Gotcha. How old are you, by the way?
I just turned 24.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're young, man. So,
Yeah,
it's grind period. No, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
hmm I feel like I'm kind of in the same boat where it's just work
Hmm.
24/7 at this point. And
Yeah.
maybe when I'm a bit older, I'll be able to slow down a little bit, but trying to take advantage of the market we're in right now, I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And like you could always, slow down when needed. And especially like you just said, if the market ever takes a turn and things just slow down, I'd rather, have more leisure time then than right now, if that makes sense.
I was going to ask too, how much time do you spend sourcing nowadays? And is that the biggest bottleneck in your business or is it something else?
Yeah, no, I think it would be the best or biggest bottleneck because it's just so hard buying collections from people. Like Facebook is a nightmare. And that's what I tried to build out that collect buy sell, which is the marketplace that I'm working on. Um, yeah, I just wanted to it's so hard to reach out to people and say like this is what I'm offering. Can you meet like can we work something out without having, some people get very emotional. Some people don't want to sell at 80%. They think that's like scalp they call you like a scalper and stuff like that. So yeah, sourcing is definitely the biggest bottleneck. And
Mhm.
I would say I probably spend like 1 to 2 hours a week sourcing because I'll just make a post on the groups and say, I'm paying this percentage. Does anyone have stuff they want to sell? And then just go from there.
That's actually, I thought it was going to be a lot more though. Only a couple
Hmm.
hours a week's not too bad. It was
Yeah.
funny too. I remember watching your your 2025 recap video where you do your breakdown of everything, which was
Mhm.
really transparent. I thought it was hilariously high how many refunds you had from
Dude,
doing deals.
yeah, it's insane. Like I feel like every week I'm going into PayPal and saying, "Hey, this person did not ship me the cards. Like, can I just get a refund?" And then it's a hassle.
Do you think that was, for context to anyone watching who hasn't watched your video, I think it was 13,000 approximately?
Yes, yes.
Was that like an outlier year, or is it normally that bad?
Um, no, I think it's well. I've also bought a lot more last year than the previous years, but
Mhm.
it was. I would say it's about average.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because like I used to do a ton of video games, and
Hmm.
I never had issues with video games ever. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had to do a refund, and I was doing probably like 50K a year through Facebook, which
Hmm.
it isn't huge dollars, but I don't know. Maybe people are just becoming worse sellers. Wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
And I think like so you're saying with video games you didn't have much refunds or like people not shipping.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Never.
Because I noticed when I would buy like Dragon Ball cards instead of Pokemon, it was like 100% fulfillment rate. But I think with Pokemon, it brings in a lot of scammers and people trying to chase that. So that might be part of the reason why.
Is there, I mean, I'm sure the obvious answer is going to be PayPal goods and services, but is there anything else that you do to kind of protect yourself when you're buying?
Yeah, I kind of gauge on like how the seller is talking. If they're trying to rush you to buy, or if they even, I know this isn't like a foolproof method, but if they even ask for friends and family, or they say like, I don't know, they just act shady, then typically stay away from them. Or something I do is I'll say like, can you just send a timestamp of the cards? And that doesn't work all the time because you could easily just send a picture but not ship it. But it's
Mm-hmm.
just an easy way to filter out people, pretty much.
Gotcha. We have TJ in here from PokePaster.
Yep.
TJ, how's it going? I didn't butcher your name this
TJ.
time, TJ. This actually leads into an interesting conversation because TJ sells a lot on TCG Player, and I'm
Yep.
sure there's nothing wrong with TCG Player, at least for a lot of people. But you've been on record saying that you prefer eBay and you think eBay is
Yeah.
the best platform. Do you want to just give a rundown as to why you think that?
Yeah. Well, actually, shout out TJ. He's a good guy.
TJ is awesome,
Yeah.
100%.
So for me, TCG player, I just never really enjoyed selling on there, kind of, because I would see myself fulfilling all these orders, and at the end of it, I'm making like $20 profit, and I'm probably putting in like 1 to 2 hours of work doing so. And with the constant race to the bottom with pricing, I just figured this isn't sustainable and it's not very profitable, or at least for me, it wasn't. So I figured let me just list it on eBay because I could set my prices. The more cards I list and the more sales I get, it kind of builds onto it, and your listings get shown more in the algorithm. And like just recently, I listed it was like a Greninja Zoro arc alternate art for double market price, and it sold within a few days. And I don't even think that would be possible on TCG Player. So stuff like that, it kind of just keeps pushing me towards eBay over TCG Player.
Gotcha. Does TCG Automate integrate with TCG Player?
Yes, it's a little bit buggy right now, I will admit, but for
Hmm.
Pokemon and Magic, it's been pretty smooth.
Gotcha. Are those the only games you sell, by the way, or do you sell? I mean, you mentioned Dragon Ball as well, but do you touch One Piece at all?
No, I used to sell One Piece just in bulk, but like I don't know, I never got into it really. And now I feel like I should not be joining in right now because of all the recent hype. So I'm just gonna let that settle before I make any decisions.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I'm from South Louisiana, gonna sleet and freezing rain this weekend. Hey, that's better than snow, I would say, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I saw you recently got into One Piece, right? Like
Yep.
at least with the sealed product.
Most of 2025, I was in One Piece, but I think it's only kind of because of the boom, a lot of people
Mm,
started calling me out about it. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it was a good time to get in. I'll
yeah,
just say that. Hmm.
dude, I can't even imagine those. I was looking. I made a video about it to be like to be aware or cautious of this recent price trends, and I'm like, these prices have how like they've at least doubled, probably tripled
More,
if that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
that was crazy. Did you take any profits, or are you just holding
I
on to it?
haven't yet. No, there's a couple sets that I thought about moving.
Hmm.
And I bought a couple boxes, like which side? Up here, OP11. I might sell a couple of those because I bought them kind of like right before I knew things were gonna just absolutely explode. So
Hmm.
those I might quick flip, but my case is everything I'm holding long term still.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's fair.
Jackson, Florida, beautiful here. Yeah, man. I mean, Florida weather seems pretty good year round. No, no snow, no snow. I think so. Is Michigan? You said you're in Michigan, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Is it pretty good in the summer? Pretty chill?
yeah. It's like I think like 80, 90.
It's not bad.
So it's yeah. I
You
think
guys
it's
have
I
ticks
enjoy
there?
it. No, not that I know of. No,
No ticks? Okay.
no.
That's cool. I love Gem TCG.
Wow. I love you too, Alejandro.
Hey, he's got a wife.
Yeah,
Look out.
yeah,
Look out.
yeah.
Austin's in here as well. I don't know what's going on with these new comment things, but they're massive.
Oh yeah.
What's up for TCG Automate? At what level of volume do you need to be moving in order to make it worth it? My kids run a bulk business and we're always trying to optimize. It's a good question.
Yeah. Well, for that purpose, I kind of have like a really cheaper tier. It's at $10 a month for 500 listings, which is pretty like 500 listings can really get you off the ground and running for an eBay store, especially if you're just brand new. They already limit your account, so being on that tier, I think would be a great trial at least. And if you think about it, you sell like 10 cards at $1 profit, it pays for itself almost like pretty much. But the time you're saving is really what the value that you're getting there. And you can use that time to continue sourcing and improving on your business. So I would say start off with that plan if it makes sense for your budget.
Are you moving away more from the bulk game as you get deeper into your business?
Yeah, yeah. I think it kind of feeding off that question you had earlier about like how I'm able to manage my time right now is all this inventory that I've been buying is more of like 10 plus dollar cards. I used to do bulk and sell it all like just bulk, but it became too time consuming to go through it all. So I'm just focusing on pure collections, $5 and up, and it's been working out really well.
Gotcha. That's fair enough. Do you
Mhm.
ever think you're going to get to the point where you hire employees to help with the business? I know you have your family, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's one of the things. It's like I enjoy doing it, so I don't. I would feel it's just it doesn't feel right having someone come in and to like because I work um I don't know. I just wouldn't feel right someone else doing the work for me, but maybe at like some further down the line I would. I'm not sure.
gotcha. That's the same
Yeah.
with me, man. I feel like a lot of business owners kind of have that mental block where you don't want someone
Hmm.
else to do it, but that's fair enough. Um,
Yeah.
let's see where we're at here. I think Pokey Painter. I've worked every day this year painting a large home by myself. Gotta get while getting good. Respect, man. Painting is a hard job for sure. I
Yeah.
remember I used to paint residential and commercial, and my wrists were just destroyed after a day, man. And shoulders too, if you're like doing walls and stuff. So tough
Yeah.
job. Hmm.
Yeah. Painting is tough. And it's
Pokey
so time
Painter,
consuming.
100%. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
if you're trying to do a good job.
Yep.
There's some people who don't try and do the best job, but yeah.
Yeah.
Pokey Painter,
And
by
then
the
you
way,
could
I'm curious if you're still here in the comments. Is this your own house or are you doing it for someone? I imagine it's work if you're doing it the whole year, but we'll see what he says. Who took it, guys? Hey, yeah, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Hmm. FOMO's in here as well. And then TJ says eBay is super legit. Yeah, I have to take up Andrew on TCG Automate and check that out for TCG Player. Are you working on the fixes, Andrew?
Yeah, I actually just made a fix like I think like a few days ago, and for the most part it's good. But like certain TCGs like Rift Bound, there's an issue going on. So I think that might be just a TCG player limitation, but I'm gonna keep looking into it. And
I know. Go ahead.
no, I just saw that he had another question about it. He said, "What is the best
Down here.
scanner to use?" I think, and I like the Epson scanners because I run on a Mac, and that's the only one that works on Mac. But I know the Ricoh 7180 or 8170, one of those are like the best high end scanners. So it's really just whatever software or like computer you're running on.
Gotcha. I was gonna go back to Riftbound and ask you because I know you invest. By
Yeah.
the way, yeah, who's the straw hat guy? No, I was gonna ask, do you look at Riftbound as a potential investment as well?
To be honest, I haven't looked too much into it. I'm always like a little bit hesitant to go on the new TCGs. I like to just give it more time before jumping in. But
Hmm.
I think League, like, because it's based off League of Legends and it's a huge IP, so there's a lot of potential there. So I'm not. I would say it's a pretty good chance at being successful, but I am not sure.
You probably just made a lot of people happy by saying that.
Really? Oh God! Just
That's
endorsed all
that's
their
good.
investment.
Gem TCD shilling Riftbound. Let's go.
Yep.
Primate
Nah,
TV. Hey from the UK. Hey man, thank you for stopping by.
hey,
You ever traveled, Andrew? You been to the UK?
not the UK. I did go to Europe last year, which was pretty cool.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go back. I haven't been in almost 2 decades.
Wow.
So
Where'd you go, or where'd you go when you went to Europe?
I have family in Italy, so we went there. Family in Milan, and then also in right outside of Cosenza, which is in the south. So we went there
Hmm.
and then to Greece for like 5 days, which was cool.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's sweet. I've always wanted to go to Italy.
Where'd you go?
We went to Switzerland and Croatia and Budapest. It was kind of like
Okay.
we just went to all three at the same time.
Did you like Croatia?
Uh, I went with my friends and they really just wanted to go like partying. I just wanted to go to the nature side. So I was like on my own there, but it was not bad. But I think I liked Switzerland was very nice, but also very expensive. And Budapest was I like the like historical buildings over there.
Hmm. Yeah, I want to get to Croatia one day too. Budapest
Hmm.
looks really chill as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Austin had another question as well. Great feedback. What types of cards should you be focused on listing on eBay as we primarily focus on cards that are common uncommon, some hollows, and some EX?
Hmm. Well, truthfully, like the majority of my store is common, uncommon hollow cards, like reverse hollows, and then a lot of the lower end ultra rares. And what I would focus on, if you have a lot of bulk, pull out cards from the popular artists like Yuka Mori, the one that makes the crochet designs, and just really popular characters like Pikachu, Charmander, all those characters. They will sell really well on eBay, and you'll often get like people ordering 10 plus cards of the same character or from the same artist just because you have them all. So just try to like kind of niche down on what you're selling and don't worry about the market price of the cards. Just look at the popular characters and artists and you'll do really well.
I think you said something about ace specs in a recent video too. Are those worth selling?
Yeah. There are a lot that are like peaking in value because they become competitive, but some of them are worth like 20 to 50 cents. I don't know. I would kind of like hold on to those if you want, but there's a lot of ace spec cards that do really well.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you have a floor, by the way, that you like the minimum amount a card has to sell for on eBay to make it worth your time?
Yeah. So I do $3 with free shipping. And the reason why I came out to that number was it's a dollar profit if I just sell one card. And typically, like I used to have it lower than that, but it was just too much where someone would order one card for, let's say, like $2, and I'm basically breaking even. And if you do that 20 times a day, it's too time consuming for not much return. So
Mhm.
I'd keep it at $3.
I was gonna ask too, do you think in the future it'll make that higher? Like go to 4 or anything?
Uh, if I need to, I would, but for the time being, I don't plan
Gotcha.
on it.
Do you have any strong thoughts about the new eBay? Um, I don't know too much about it. Like I'm out of the game now, but I think the fee structure changed with promoted listings or something.
Yes, actually, that's funny. You just reminded because I had a video about it, and then I think it already happened, right? Like January 6th,
I think
I
so,
think.
yeah.
But I haven't heard anyone talk about it since the news came out. So I haven't even checked on my store. So I'm gonna check that after this after this video or live stream. I mean,
We have a question from the Asian TCG. Do you still think bulk is viable in 2026? Trying to make some more to fund my sealed.
yeah, I think bulk is still viable, especially if you know what you're pulling through, like pulling out, and like like this card, Arvin. It's going out of rotation, but like if you pull out a card like that, it's worth $1.50 or $2, and if you can scale that and do it, like let's say you get like 20 copies from a bulk order, you could be very profitable. But I would only advise doing it if you have a lot of time on your hands. Otherwise, you're kind of just you're gonna be like overwhelmed with how much time it takes. So try to find a good system for it and then see if it fits into your schedule.
I think too, to add some context to that, how long did it take you to kind of get like your workflow that you use now?
Uh it's been constantly changing, but I would say like up until probably like last year is when it became like finalized. Because I was always testing new methods and seeing which methods for like shipping worked and going through bulk made sense. And yeah, it probably took me like 2 to 3 years to get it figured out.
Hmm. I think that's kind of like a great way of putting it too, is like you just got to test things and try things out, whether
Yeah.
it's doing bulk, selling higher end stuff, investing as well. Like you're always gonna try out different things and then eventually you'll find what works for you. So, I mean, we can give advice, but at the same time, it's gonna be different for everybody.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think everything. Yeah, that's perfectly said. And there's one thing like, and it's kind of a funny story, but I was shipping or like packaging orders one day, and then my now wife, she was at the time she was my girlfriend, but she was like, "This feels very inefficient," and I'm like, "Huh, maybe you're right." And then I kind of like changed my process and looked into it more. So I don't know. Sometimes a fresh set of eyes can really help you get better at certain processes.
100%. 100% agree with that. Who took it,
Mhm.
guys? Is here as well. Question. Package deals. I give 10 to 20% discount when people buy 5 to 10 of my listings. Reasonable, or should I maximize profits by selling one by one items?
Uh, no, I think that's pretty reasonable. What I would recommend if you're not doing this already is setting a dollar cap on those discounts. So let's say someone gets 20% off, but they're buying a $100 card. You don't want them to get $20 off. You want to kind of limit that. So what I said is like a $10 limit with 10% off. And it really helps with minimizing how much you're actually giving away, but still incentivizing people to buy a lot of cards from you.
That's a good answer. Cool. Pokebonks is here as well. Do you guys have interest in moving into brick and mortar?
Uh, I don't. Do, do you?
No, man,
Yeah.
I don't even have a business, guys. I just talk on the internet. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. I
think
don't know.
I don't know what it's like in Michigan, but here, I mean, if you want a brick and mortar, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Very expensive rent and utilities and everything, insurance as
Yeah.
well. I mean, we just saw, I think it was everything J&J down in Vancouver. They had their store broken into. I think that was
Mm.
last week. So it's
Yeah. I think I
something
saw a
that
video
I
of that.
just never want to do.
Yeah. Too much risk and too much overhead. It's kind of that stuff scares me. I can't deal with overhead like that.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Like I'm the type of guy who could live off like $500 a month in
Yeah.
Colombia. So it's like I don't want to have $20,000 of overhead. Forget it.
Yeah.
We talked about the scanner from TJ.
Mhm.
I recommend Montenegro, Italy, Croatia at half the price, or Albania. I went there on holiday last summer. Truly amazing. Yeah, I mean, I
Wow.
would go to Albania. Send it.
Yeah. One of my best friends is Albanian. He always talks about how he wants to go to Albania.
Hmm.
I'll let
By
him
the way,
know.
I was gonna ask too, like your last name. Like, are you? I was gonna guess like Lebanese or something, but
Wow. Yep. That is. Yeah, it is. My
are
dad
you
is
actually?
Lebanese, and yeah, yeah. And then my mom is from Iraq, so Middle Eastern. Yeah.
Very
Wow,
cool.
that's a good guess.
Very cool.
What about you?
Um, I am half Italian and half French for the most part.
Mm, yeah.
We don't know exactly, but something like that, right?
Yeah.
Those Anglo-European roots.
Yeah.
Is it true that some of the older 2021 type booster boxes sometimes had really crappy wrap jobs, like Chilling Rain? Yes, very true. And
Yeah.
if Andrew wants to talk for a minute, I'll actually show you guys what this looks like. Let me leave this up on screen.
Yeah. No, there were huge print run issues during like around that time period, and a lot of things like where they even had to. I remember on like some of the boxes, the Pokeball, like the white part, would like rub off really easily, and it was very loose. So yeah, that's definitely common. Anything
Oh
around
yeah,
Sword
the
and Shield,
box.
yeah, anything like Sword and Shield, Chilling Rain to probably Fusion Strike had really bad quality, from my experience at least.
Let's see. I wonder if I can get this up if I close this. Go full screen here. This is probably my best looking Chilling Rain box. And you can see like even the sides are still, let's see if I can do this properly. Kind of like
Oh
that.
my
That's
gosh!
the
Imagine it
best looking
rips.
one.
Yeah,
A lot of them are way worse than that. I actually,
yeah.
when I bought a lot of my Chilling Rain, I bought it off a guy on eBay. And when I opened one of the cases, it was so bad that I thought it was fake. I was like, there's no way these are actually legit boxes.
Wow. Did you open a like dispute or anything, or did you just
No,
accept
they're
it?
legit. They're legit. Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
actually opened a box. We actually opened
Oh,
a box,
nice.
but
Nice.
I have so many like this,
Wow.
right? So,
Yeah. Luckily, it has the Pokeball on it though,
yeah.
because like that's a big indicator.
Chilling Rain was probably the worst, I would guess, at least from what I've seen.
Makes
Um,
sense because they printed a lot of it, right? Isn't that
yeah.
why it was so low in price, or was there other
Yeah.
reasons?
Yeah, big reprints
Yeah.
at a bad time, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
boxes are like that. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, you're not going to get top dollar if someone wants a minty box, but as long as it's sealed, who cares?
Yeah.
Um,
The worst thing is if you get like rips on it, but usually that doesn't happen unless you're destroying it or something like
yeah,
purposely.
unless you're holding it vertically like I do
Yeah.
on my boxes,
Yeah.
try not to do that. $3 per. I guess this is based on your floor listing.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I wish I had an example, but like $3 for a reverse hollow common uncommon. I don't really list the regular common uncommons because there's just way too much supply. So I just don't even bother with those cards.
Are there a lot of just regular common uncommons that are actually $3 though? That seems
When
insane.
you go like sun and moon and back, so you can find quite a lot, and some of them are like the most random characters or cards that'll be worth a lot. Like Aurora, I think it's Aurora from XY. It's like a
Okay.
$5 card, and like Tyrant from some Sun and Moon card is like $2. It's so yeah. There's some
The
random
more you
cards
know.
like that. Yeah, especially the old trainers. Those are very valuable.
Hmm. Hector's in here as well. Hector, ¿cómo te ha ido? ¿Todo bien?
Hello, Hector.
Hector's Hector's always in the chat. What a guy. We'll take his question too. I guess not really a question. Statement. I'm getting into One Piece sealed product investing. That's awesome, man.
Nice.
Not the best time to be jumping in, I'd say, but
Yeah.
it's good to have some exposure, I would say. We jumped over Big Brother Dale as well. I just started my store. I have an OP13 box on there right now with a $110 bid, expires Friday. If you, come on, man. You can't be promoting your own stuff in
Just
here.
for-
Nah, that's chill though. I think 13 still has a ways to go.
What's
It's
the market on that on a box like that?
like 540 right now, I
Oh
think.
wow.
Let me actually check on TCG Player. And I mean, I know you don't know much about One Piece, but imagine if you had like Evolving Skies combined with Team Up. That's the level of set we're talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does it have like a lot of Luffy cards or
Luffy, Red Mangas. Let me go like this. I'll show you the card list. Absolutely insane. Like multiple cards over 5K.
wow.
Yep. This Luffy,
12K.
I think this card is selling for I think like 21 no, 24K now in a PSA 10.
Mm-hmm.
24,000. So yeah, very expensive. Very, very expensive.
Wow.
Let's see what else. What else we got in here after Hector? I'm still learning how to follow the chat. I don't know why this is so difficult for me, but here we go.
Really?
It's tough, man. It's tough. It's worth
Yeah.
doing though, I feel. Uh got a Priz evolving Priz Evo Center.
I think
I'm guessing this is
Pokemon
Pokemon
Center.
Center? Okay.
Yeah.
And when it came scratched, the seller offered a return, but said I had to pay. Texas to Canada, $60. I refused and he got nasty. Text calls and eBay said keep it. Yeah, I mean that's the beauty I'd say about buying on eBay. I mean, I know you pay a
Yeah.
lot of fees and taxes, but if you ever have an issue, you're gonna be covered by eBay, which is
Yeah.
great.
Especially if you're going into it at an investing standpoint, like that, because you have to assume people are pricing their stuff incorporating that fee, which is like 13%. But if you look at it in the long run, and let's say you bought a box for $100 and 5 years from now it's worth, let's just say double, you're not going to be worried about that 10% more that you paid. Like, I think the protection is much more valuable than that.
hmm I think too though, like if you can find good sellers off platform, Facebook,
Hmm.
stuff like that, obviously it's gonna be worth it if you can buy at 80 versus 100 and be
Oh, yeah.
guaranteed good product. But
Yeah.
for a lot of people, it's not feasible too. I was gonna
It's also,
ask you, are you set up to not pay tax on eBay?
yes.
Okay,
And Amazon too, which is
oh
pretty
easy.
helpful.
What
Yeah.
about Walmart?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing. But I don't
I
really
well,
buy on
yeah, I
Walmart.
was just wondering if it was for you
Yeah.
guys. You sell a lot on Walmart though.
Yeah. Only for 1 month out of the year, which is very weird. But Black Friday, Christmas time is like insane.
Do you sell like all the same stuff? Was it sealed product on Walmart?
It's actually like bulk lots, like 100 card lots, like $10.
Okay. That's all you
Hmm.
sold.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And like it's like variations of it, but that's where
Gotcha.
like my family comes into play, and they do all those.
I
And
mean, it's just insane that you did that amount of just bulk lots on Walmart. That's
yeah,
wild. Okay.
yeah, and I mean the crazier part is like imagine Amazon, because Amazon is much more popular than Walmart. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Amazon is very very strict with who they let sell. So I'm not messing with
100%.
that again. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Return rate on Amazon. I remember when I sold on there, it was terrible too. Not
yeah,
something I enjoyed doing.
big
Uh,
time.
I have 9 booster boxes of 14, 4 booster boxes of OPO2, 4 booster boxes of OP13, or maybe am I reading this wrong? One 4BB,
I think
4BB06 going. Yeah, I think I was reading it right. Okay, 4 boxes
yeah.
of 13 is good too. Not bad. I mean, that's good positions.
So
I
does One
think
Piece going up over like I'm assuming is OP2 more valuable than the newer sets, or is it just more based
actually
on
no.
set list?
Actually no. A
Wow,
lot of it has to do with just what cards are inside. Like
that's fair.
obviously O1, like the first set released is very expensive. And then I think OPO5 is more expensive than 2, 3, 4. And then like 9 is more expensive than basically everything before it except O5. So there's a couple like really strong sets, and then everything else is kind of meh,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Wild eBay took care of it fast. Yeah, I mean eBay support is top notch for sure.
Mhm.
Question: how much should I list OP and Pokemon common and common for with free shipping, and what kind of deals on multiples? I feel like we kind
So
of already covered this, but
yeah, but just to like further answer, because there's a little other detail that's important, and it's like if you're just starting off, you should be listing cards so that you can get sales pretty quickly, as opposed to trying to profit on those sales, because you're not going to have a big enough inventory to where you could like someone can come in and buy like 20 cards that they need. So you need to focus on building out your feedback and building out your inventory. Then you can worry about the profit part. So just try to like break even when you're just starting off is what I would recommend.
hmm yeah, that's good advice. 100%. Austin was in here again. Stressful to have a lease that you have to cover each month. I have 3 brick and mortar non TCG businesses, and it is another level. E-commerce is so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Austin, you're crushing it, man. But that's something that I
Yeah,
would
that's
never
crazy.
never want to deal with.
What kind of, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of brick and mortars are they?
Austin, are you running the? Is it the swimming businesses, the pools and stuff, or am I just thinking of someone else? He's gonna let me know in the comments. He'll let us know.
Mhm.
You can ask him in the group too, in the Discord as well, because he is in
Okay.
there. But he'll probably let us know if he's still watching. Hector, I want to ask if the One Piece TCG doesn't perform as well long term as people expect. At what point would you decide to exit your sealed investment, and what would signal that to you? Um, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, for me, I'm at a point now where like things would have to go downhill fast. Like if
Hmm.
Bandai for whatever reason just started going back and reprinting like Romance Dawn or '05, like these super old sets, there would have to be so many things that would go wrong for me to consider not investing in it. Like everything is kind of lining up for it to peak perfectly over the next few years. So I've said multiple times, as long as Bandai just doesn't like royally mess up what they've already been doing, it's going to be a good investment. But for me, you'd have to have like full on loss of confidence in Bandai as a printing company.
Yeah. Which unfortunately is a pretty common thing, I feel like, with Bandai.
They've messed up a lot before for sure. hmm
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But
I feel like they've done a fairly good job.
yeah. And I mean, even when it comes to selling like the sealed investment, even if it does crash, like I was still able to sell my Dragon Ball Super investments. Obviously, I didn't profit as much as I would have if it sold like during the peak, but there's still a market for it. And especially with One Piece being such a big IP, like there's always going to be people interested in buying it.
hmm that's how 2 of my Brilliant Stars boxes came from the Pokemon Center. Bonks. I think this in reference to me showing the Chilling Rain. Brilliant Stars was bad too. I had a couple sus boxes.
Yeah.
Silver Tempest even was pretty bad because I remember at a time they were doing the limit 4, so you couldn't actually buy a case from the Pokemon Center, bro. And they would squish like 4 boxes into this tiny like 8x8. I don't know how they did it, and
Dang.
yeah, the wraps were rough on those for sure. Still worth it though.
Yeah,
MSRP.
for sure.
Zuko's in here as well. Actually made it, got the kids down. Looking forward to a good listen tomorrow. Thank
What's
you,
up,
man. Thank you
Zuka?
for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hey, you guys. Every time there's a big chat, I gotta just sit up
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
Hey, you guys. I'm trying to get an eBay store off the ground with singles and slabs with around $2,000 to start. Do you think I should focus on $20 to $100 cards or start small with $5 to $20 cards?
Uh, well, first, nice logo. I like the Argentina. I love Argentina soccer, but I would say focus on the $5 to $20 cards because it's easier to build feedback that way. Like you could sell, let's say with that budget, you could sell $120 cards, right? Yeah, $120
Mm-hmm.
cards, or you could sell like 20 $100 cards, but you can get more feedback going on the cheaper route. And honestly, I think there is more liquidity on cards in that price range.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. I would say though too, like if you're just starting out, look for honestly like any good deal on Facebook. Because I feel like
Yeah.
if you get too selective about your identity, you'll just pass up on potential plays that you could make very easily. So, if something comes across your plate that is something you normally don't do, but it's going to be easy money, you may as well take it, right?
Hmm.
Churn fast. Who took it, guys? Might be a hot take, but I believe S. Vieira is amazing. There are no truly bad sets. Okay, maybe Shrouded. Compared to Sword and Shield era, Pokemon Go, Vivid, Champion's Path, Darkness, Rebel Clash. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong on that take. I think those early Sword and Shield sets were pretty bad in terms of like what cards they had available, but they also did have a lot of banger sets like Evolving Skies, Fusion, like Lost Origin. So I think Sword and Shield had higher highs, but Scarlet Violet is more all throughout better
Hmm.
set.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. I think just
Hmm.
having like the illustration rares in every set
Yeah,
is huge. The artworks definitely are
yeah,
getting better. By the way, Odo
I
Pop,
know.
is he talking about your mic or my mic?
Probably
I
mine.
mean,
I don't,
maybe both of
I don't know
them.
what I
Maybe
sound
both
like
of
right
them.
now. Yeah.
I think you sound fine. You sound fine.
Oh, thank
Is it
you.
coming through the
Thank you.
AirPods?
Yes. And I don't know if
Yeah.
that was a good approach, but still learning
Nah,
on that.
it works, man. People just want to
Yeah.
complain about everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I have two more. Just getting some more money to buy more sealed. Okay, cool. Evolving Skies or OP13.
I'd go evolving. I guess that's all I know, but evolving is more proven, if I had to guess.
I think at this point, Evolving's the safer bet, but
Yeah.
OP13's the better set.
But
So
also I really wouldn't even invest in evolving right now. I think it's already way too high. I'd probably focus more on like Scarlet, or I don't know. Maybe that's not even the right approach, but that's what I would. That's my opinion.
I would probably I would probably say that Evolving's going to be up there by the end. Like when we look back on 2026, I think Evolving's still going to be like one of the top ROIs. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
you
I don't
look,
even know.
go ahead.
Is it? Sorry, I don't even know what it's at right now. I just know it's like a few thousand.
I think
That's
it's
all I
like
know.
2550, 2500. You might find the odd box, but a lot of them are like 2600 on eBay
Wow.
already. Hmm.
Yeah.
Still really liquid too, like 3 or 4 per day. Buy it now,
Oh
which
wow,
is
that's pretty good.
pretty good. I was gonna ask too, do you only ship in the US or do you do international sales as well?
I mean, I have international sales available on eBay. I think I get like a few per week. It's nothing really significant, but people do spend internationally.
Gotcha. I guess if it's a lot of lower dollar stuff, it really doesn't make sense to do the
Yeah, yeah.
international. Fair enough. Um, Curious at what pre Sword and Shield type investments are you guys looking at? Guy met on eBay, said he's out on modern and only looking for vintage. Sports card background, but what's vintage in Pokemon? I think most people would say probably like black and white at this point would be vintage, right?
Yeah,
Maybe. Is that fair?
yeah, yeah. I think that's fair. It's definitely a lot less common. Like, there's a huge dip in how common those cards are. So yeah, I think that's a fair approach.
Mhm. I Is there anything you're buying though from the older stuff? For me it's no. Like I'm only in modern.
Yeah, yeah, me neither. I don't even look at like Sun and Moon. Yeah, I think it's too expensive now. So
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
the same way, for sure.
Hmm.
Zuko was in here. Question. We already know that Grayson loves Obsidian Flame. So what is your favorite set?
uh, I mean, right now I like Prismatic. I think it's just a really good set. But Obsidian is a crazy pull. I feel like people usually don't like that set at all.
They're memeing. They're memeing. I
Oh, okay.
hate Obsidian Flames.
Yeah, I was about to say. But yeah, Prismatic. I really like Destined Rivals. Like just on a, I love the Team Rocket concept. So that's art
Hmm.
style and like characters. I love Destined, but in terms of like a investment, Prismatic is my favorite right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, Austin did chime in as well. It was the swim schools. Okay.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's pretty cool.
Austin's cooking, man. Austin, we're gonna have you on a live one day to talk about what you're doing with your fund. That would be fun if you want. Obviously, no pressure.
Yeah,
What to buy for next 10 years in Pokemon? Affordable right now. What are you buying, Andrew?
prismatic, but like I don't, I don't really. If you want to play it safe, I would say just buy like buy a case of every set that comes out, and like
Hmm.
just hold on to it for 5 years. But yeah, I think that's probably the best approach. I wouldn't say like go all in on a certain set unless you're like you either really like the set or you're just very confident in it. But it's all just speculation, really.
And if you wanna degen like me, just keep buying prismatic.
Yeah,
So
dude,
just load up.
it's like yeah,
Bundles, ETBs, PCTBs, don't matter.
yep,
Send it. Hmm. Andrew, do you invest into sealed too, or just flip bulk and build software and pokey profits? Do you think it's smarter to wait a bit for OP13 reprints before buying, or do you think OP is too backed up? I feel like we've answered most of this. So you do buy some sealed.
yeah.
Um,
I kind of just buy sealed with the profits from the business. That's
gotcha.
kind of my approach right now.
Solid tax offset at the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you think it's smart to wait for OP13 reprints? I I don't even know anymore, man. Honestly, like seriously, flip a coin, whatever it comes down. Like there's your answer. I I do think like there is the risk that ended this year, those boxes like haven't moved, but I could see them basically double as well. If things
Hmm.
keep going. Like that set is so stacked. I don't think we've seen anything like it in Pokemon ever. Like it literally is the combination of evolving and team up, and then you probably still have like 5 to 6K in top 10 value, maybe even more at this point.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I mean that was the set that you showed of like the Luffy $12,000 card or whatever,
Yep.
or like the lowest listing. But yeah, yeah, I think that's crazy.
Do you want to take this one too? How do you not pay tax on
Sure.
eBay?
Uh, I have a video on my channel, but it's you have to go on eBay, or you could even type on Google, be like eBay sales tax. What is it called? Sales tax, like where you
Like an
don't have to pay
exemption?
sales. Yeah, exemption. Yeah, that's the word. Type that in, and like usually the first link will just take you to it.
If you're in the States, do you need to, you said open a business, right? To do that?
Oh yeah, yeah. You need a. I'm pretty sure you need an LLC to do that.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. In Canada, there might be a way of doing it, but I
Hmm.
honestly don't know. I almost never buy on eBay anymore up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Me neither.
We get hit hard with taxes. So that's what Poke Profit looks. Dude, I've done like 5 live streams at this point on this channel. Like, where have you been, bro? I
That's funny.
also I also have videos going back like a couple years where I actually feature in them. So, but yeah,
Oh
moving
wow.
forward, I'll show you guys too. I'm still using my Blue Yeti, but I was showing Andrew this before. We have the Rode NT1. I have it all set up, but for some reason it's not working on StreamYard. But yeah, quality will continue getting better this year. Promise. Promise, promise. Sounds fine. Yeah, I agree. Like I think it was fine. I mean, unless
Thank
my
you.
mic is really bad and they're referring to mine, but
No, yours sounds
people
good.
okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I was just gonna say
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people just want to complain about everything, man. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm at a point where I
Yep.
just try and ignore that. Keep the vibes
Yeah.
up.
Or you rage
Uh
bait them. You know,
yeah,
comment and then they
or
comment
that too.
back. Yeah. Yeah.
SV gonna age beautifully, 100%. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good. I do think, I mean, maybe this is a hot take, but I think there is a lot of mid sets in SV.
Yeah.
Like you
Like
have
Stellar
Obsidian
Crown.
Flames, Stellar, yeah, Shrouded. What
Yeah.
else? Journey Together. That might be a little bit of a hot take, but not a huge fan of that one
Yeah.
either.
I just like the
Hmm.
Clefairy card, but that's it. I feel
Yeah,
like it
that's
could have
fine.
been a lot cooler of this set.
There's some good artworks. I mean, I like the Articuno, the Whale
Oh yeah.
Lords. What else is in there? Even the Zoroark and the Salamence are really good cards as well, but just
Yeah.
not a ton of value there. Which
And the Reshiram, right? Is that a promo or is that
that's
the
No, that's in the set, and it is the promo too, I think, right?
Mm,
There's the two
I
versions.
I believe so. But yeah,
I
I
forgot
like
about
that
that one.
card too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool. Omara, I'm stacking sealed boxes for long-term investment. What prep can I do when I'm ready to sell some stock?
Hmm. Just take care of the physical cards. Like you don't want to or physical boxes because one major issue I ran into is like I had them stored away in a really dusty area and like it just had a ton of dust on it and you can't clean it like strongly. You have to be very careful when you're rubbing those boxes. So just make sure it's in a clean and not humid environment.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say store on flat shelves. So like don't use railings because over time that could damage the box. I would say silica gel packets, like if you are in a humid place, get some of those, throw them in your
Mhm.
containers when you're storing stuff, or run like a dehumidifier. That can work too.
Yeah.
In terms of like preparing to, I think just setting up your sales channels. So build out an eBay if you're going to go that route, or use consignment if that's your plan. Like figure out how to do that. If you're going to sell on Facebook or Instagram, like kind of build up your reputation, right? So you have that ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, that's huge. I think that's very important.
We got some more
Crazy.
prismatic shows in here. Same this year's all Prizzy. Yep. That's prismatic, Destin Rivals, and OP13 if we get a reprint. That's like probably all I'm gonna buy this year.
Fair. Fair, yeah.
Hmm.
I
And
just
maybe
finally
Ascended
picked up
Heroes.
Ascended Hero. Oh, the new set coming out?
Do you see that got pushed back too? They're
Oh,
delaying like
seriously?
they're delaying something.
Oh, no,
One of the
I didn't hear
products.
about that.
What'd you pick up though?
Uh, I finally got two Destin Rivals boxes. I needed to just go in and get some.
Hmm. I still only have one, man. I'm holding up.
Yeah.
I Hobbiesville restocked. They restocked bundles like 2 days ago, and they're all gone. And they restocked like 335. I think
Wow.
Walmart. Let me check Walmart here, and I
Mhm.
might show this on screen if I. No, it's got my address. I won't do that.
Yeah.
Um, definitely not gonna do it. They still have booster bundles in stock on Walmart, and I don't think there's a limit either, or maybe like 99. So a lot of those hitting shelves, at least in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's something
Hmm.
where it's like it could either go down to 200 or it could go up to 1,000. And I'm betting on it going up to 1,000 at this point.
Kaiser's in here as well. Depends on state. You can do it as a sole proprietor. I think he was referring to the tax free on eBay or the
Yes.
exemption.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He also said, which may be the way to go if you're not at the size where an LLC and the reporting requirement overhead makes sense. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Unless you're taking
incorporate,
it seriously, there's no point.
I even asked my tax guy this year, and like he said, just based on the numbers I'm doing, it's not worth it yet.
Mhm.
But for liability, it could be a thing too. So
Yeah.
we'll see. That's kind of like a different topic, I guess.
Yeah. But there's so much in that concept. I'm starting to make like videos on that because there's just so much involved and it can be very helpful if you get to that level or like get to that point, I guess.
100%. I never liked Prismatic, barely pulled a trainer, but this is where I've got to thank you, PokeProfit. I'm loading up after looking at the data you share. Got 60 more ETBs arriving tomorrow. Yeah, like I imagine you're in the spreadsheet if you're saying this. The volume of ETBs moving on eBay is insane. Like we
Oh
we
yeah.
have never seen anything like it in terms of specialty
Yeah.
sets.
Which is crazy. I don't know how I mean the price is going up now, but like I don't know how it hasn't gone up more so far. I think because they keep printing it, but
They just printed so much,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
much.
But
And
eventually it'll correct, I guess.
it bothers me too because now they're delaying Ascended, and I still feel like no reprint booster box of Destin. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, it's
focused on
weird.
prismatic so long.
Yeah. Hopefully they make a change.
Our evolving ETB is a good buy. I'm actually not super hot on the ETBs, but I'm curious what you think.
I don't like ETBs, to be honest. Like, I know 151 and Prismatic, like that's all they have besides the booster bundle. But if you can, I like getting booster boxes just because they're more compact. They're more rare too because you can't like they just print less of them. I think so. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of ETBs.
Hmm. I know Austin too. He's probably not in here anymore, but if he still is, like he ran the booster box versus booster bundle ROIs or
Hmm.
compound annual growth rate, and it was higher for the boxes. So I imagine it's probably the same for the ETBs compared to the
Yeah,
booster box. I would be curious
yeah,
though to see that, Austin, if you do have that for mainline sets.
yeah. Plus, if you're thinking about it at scale, you can like a booster box is smaller than an ETB, but it's 3 times more packed. So like
4x or
three and
more,
a half,
yeah.
yeah, almost
Hmm.
4. So it's in terms of that too. Booster boxes are the way to go.
100%. I don't know if you mentioned it in your video before, but what made you buy so much Brilliant Stars? Yeah, I mean, that was back when I was new and dumb. I shouldn't have bought as much Brilliant. I should have bought
Really?
probably more Fusion and Lost.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was buying, like you could buy everything on the Pokemon Center. It was still,
Hmm.
except for I think Chilling and Evolving at that point were out. And I actually got Chilling cheaper than MSRP when I bought it all. But
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was a good set. I was a really big believer in depth at that point. So if you had like 20 to 30 good cards, I valued that a lot more then than I do now. Whereas I
Hmm.
think like if you just have the top hits, like when you look at top 10 value now, Evolving number one by far in Sword and Shield booster boxes. Then it's Fusion, I think like 15, 1600, and Lost Origins now at like 11. Those are your top three. If I knew that back then, I would have just bought way more Fusion and Lost.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the same. I remember when Brilliant Stars was readily available on Pokemon Center, and I think like every week I was buying a case of the booster boxes. But I wish I sold it earlier this or like probably like middle of last year. I wish I would have held on to them.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm lucky. I held on to most of them. So I'm
Hmm.
kind of hoping that Brilliant pumps this year. But I
I'm
think
sure it will.
I think if they reach like 1,000, 800, 900, like I'll probably start moving some percentage of my position at that point. But for now we're holding on. But even the mid sets, there's some appealing cards. I think this is for SV era, right? Which I agree with. I think
Yeah,
every set in SV, like even Stellar Crown, you have Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Those are really cool cards.
yeah, and they're pretty expensive too. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, the illustrations are awesome. Like even the cheap ones that are like $5, the art is still really cool.
100%. 100%. He also says SV to me is higher lows and lower highs. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
think the same way.
How can you hate Obsidian? The Gloom. I like the Ninetales in Obsidian Flames, but no, the set is
Hmm.
just terrible, man. Like there's no value there.
Yeah, and the Charizard is so. I didn't like the Charizard.
I don't like the Charizard either. My
Yeah,
biggest pet peeve with Obsidian is that basically everyone who would call me out for being an Obsidian hater and being like, look how much my boxes have gone up. You literally could have bought Paldea for less and seen
yeah,
a much larger return on your money. So it's like
yeah,
that's kind of what my pet peeve just in general in investing is most people don't look at their investments objectively. And I'm obviously, I do this too sometimes. But it's like if you really want to try and optimize and even just reflecting on your decisions, you got to be honest with yourself about how things did. So,
yep,
yeah.
yeah. And opportunity cost is a huge, huge thing to
Mhm.
consider when it comes to that.
100% for sure. Charizard UPC is 410 and loose packs plus promo in it are 370. Yeah, there might be some value there. I don't think I think most of the value in the UPCs though is kind of tied to the packs and the promos. Like I don't think
Yeah,
there's a huge premium just because it's a sealed item.
yeah, I think so.
Hmm. Taco also Taco Tom pulled a demigod pack from Dollar General on New Year's. Amazing. Espeon, Ceruledge, and Sandy Shocks. That's cool.
Oh
Hmm.
wow.
We have been going for a little over an hour. Are you good to just go for a little bit longer? We'll take a few more questions and then
Yeah, yeah,
we'll get out of here. Cool.
yeah. That's cool.
I'll try and find some good ones. A-Town asked how much for the bundles. It worked out to like $1 or two less than Walmart's if you bought within their window. So it was like I think 3 to 12 units. They're sold out now, and I think Walmart's still like fairly cheap. It comes out to like 61.60 Canadian or something like that after tax. I guess
Mm.
depending on your province, if you're getting hit with HST or if you're in Alberta and you only get GST taxed, it might be less. But yeah, somewhere in that range. Are these influencing Destin Rivals, etc., are being short printed? Crap. I was gonna buy a booster box for 380, but wasn't sure. I don't think anyone's saying it's short printed. They just haven't really prioritized booster box reprints at this point, right?
Yeah, yeah. Not that I've noticed,
Hmm.
because I feel like if there was a reprint, they would be like on the people on Facebook would be going crazy. They'll be like, "Oh, it's going going to zero," but I
For
haven't heard
sure.
anything like that.
This is funny too. Toronto 6 Scott. You got a
He's
twin, huh?
Arabic. Yep,
Habibi.
Habibi. Yeah, that's funny.
Cool. Let's just take this last question, and then we'll wrap it up. Brucey Rips. I have a sealed booster box of EX Ruby and Sapphire. Do you think I should continue to hold? I also have a sealed case of Pokemon Center 151 and Prismatic ETBs. What do you think?
That's insane. A Ruby and
Mm-hmm.
Sapphire booster box. I don't even know how much that would run for, but dude, I don't know. I think things like that in like however long. I mean, even right now, they're going to be like untouchable and very hard to find. So that's really up to you. In terms of growth, I would say newer stuff is going to have higher percent growth, but like a thing like Ruby and Sapphire, that's basically history at this point. It's like 20 years old. So I don't know. It depends what your goals are.
I think I think I agree with you. Like the newer stuff, you're probably gonna have better ROI, but such a cool item too, right? That
Yeah.
it it sucks to get rid of it, but if the goal is to make the most amount of money possible, you're probably gonna do better putting it into like Prismatic or something over the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah. But I would
Mhm.
also let it be known that you have something like that. So that way, if like through the wire, someone's like, oh, I'm looking to buy this set for a booster box, they know to like link you guys up because if you try to sell something like that, you're not going to find a buyer right away. So just I don't know. You have to be pretty. You have to plan for something like that. I would say.
Yeah, be proactive. Get your
Yeah.
name out there and stuff
Yeah.
for sure. Alrighty, man. I think that'd be a good place to call it. Do you have any last words that you want to say?
No, I mean it went really well. So thank you for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on. I do believe I linked your YouTube channel, Gem TCG, top of the video description. If anyone's interested, go check out Andrew.
Nice.
You're not posting 5 times a week now, but fairly frequently,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Like
Three or four
three to
times.
five. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Cool, guys. Well, thank you everyone who stopped by. Again, go check out Andrew. He posts really good shit. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. We're out.
Yep.